The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The Nasdaq is buckling. Here's why. Companies like Netflix, their whole valuation is what's called terminal valuation. And what that means is they don't produce any earnings now. They're just plowing the money back into reinvestment, CapEx on content, right? So those companies are valued on a 10-year cash flow. So those cash flows in a deflationary environment, Brian, are extremely, extremely valuable. And that's why some of these companies can trade at 50, 60 times earnings. But if you go from certainty of deflation, certainty, to uncertainty of deflation, those valuations on tech can come down dramatically from 40, 50 times earnings to 20. And so some of these stocks are probably going to get cut in half in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
On this pullback, we're going to be wanting to add to a lot of the tech stocks. Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, for example, are just breaking out or just broke out of 2-year trading ranges. When they come back in, it's going to be a very timely entry point.
And that's when you'll get killed. That's when you'll get killed. This is amazing. This is what they have done in the past. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Back in 2016, January 2018, January 16, 2018, I'll get it right. I said, you'll know when this market is over. When China stops growing and the FANG stocks start taking a hit. Both those will bring this market down. And I said, we were at the end of our 10-year rally. I said, mark this down in your log. The Phil Grandy said, this rally is at its end after 10 years, January 16th. Now, listen to what I said about FANG stocks and China. I want everybody to mark down this date, January 16th, today. The Phil Grandy said, on this date, January 16th, this is the beginning of the stock market crash. The crash will be caused by China, the FANG stocks. There you go. China and the FANG stocks. First of all, let's talk about China. China has lifted every country. Every country does well because of China. Because China expands so much. As I said last week, think about China. They'll build cities and they're not going to have any people living in the city. They built cities the size of Chicago, like 6, 7 of them. Nobody lives there. They didn't intend for anybody to live there. They build dams where there's no water, airport where no planes are intended to land. They all do it just to keep people working. They want to grow their economy, keep people working. They want to grow a middle class. And that's the idea. So all that material, they buy their materials, their equipment from Caterpillar, for example. Caterpillar does terrific because of it. Companies in Africa do well. They supply a lot of stuff to China. So it's Africa that does well. We do well. Other countries do well because of China. And their economy now has imploded. So they're not doing well. But what we have left is a global debt that is humongous, $225 trillion, never before. Take the tech stocks. The tech stocks, if you go take a look at them, and I told my members this, I said, watch these tech stocks. They've been leading the market instead of the bank stocks. And they're going to start falling apart. And I said, when they start falling apart, if you go to my site, if you have a mobile device, you can see this right now, what I'm talking about. And if you don't have a mobile device, I'll put this up on my YouTube channel, My Take. I'll do it after the show today, and I'll show you. Look at right now, if you go back and take a look at Apple for a moment. I told my members, I said, look, do not go back in and buy these stocks. Cash out until it makes new highs. Give me an example. Apple made a new high at around $399.82. And now it didn't drop down to a low of around $356. And I said, what they'll do, you're going to get everybody coming in who aren't professionals, who are retail customers, who haven't been in this market in the last 10, 12 years. They'll start coming into the market now. This happens before every crash. And they're going to snap these back. And when Apple can't get back above a high of $399.82, and it takes out the low of $356.58, then start selling short. You'll make more money on the way down on Apple than you ever did on the way up. See how this snapped back here? See what I'm talking about? See how it turned red? So today I'm listening, and one of the fake business news networks came out and said, oh, Apple's leading for the day. Apple's leading for the day. So you know you got people jumping into Apple that know nothing about the market, and they're going to get killed. They're the same people. Every time I get in, it goes back down. Every time I get out, it goes back up. So if you're thinking of getting back into Apple right now, don't. If it breaks above the high, then definitely do it if it makes a new high. Now let's take a look at Facebook. Same thing. Facebook broke down, turned red. Now it snapped back because you got people coming in. If you're not in Facebook, if you're looking to get in, do not get into Facebook until it reaches a high of 250.15. If it breaks the low of 226.9, get out of the way and sell short. You'll make a ton of money. Google is now. Take a look at Google. Google, same thing. Okay, Google snapped back after it dropped. Now it's going back up again. Netflix, after it dropped, it's going back up again. Look at Netflix, how weak Netflix is. Netflix is going to be a beautiful short if it breaks 465. So all of these stocks, Amazon, Microsoft, they all are falling apart. Everybody's coming in, trying to buy them. They're snapping back, and people are going to be buying this thing. They're out of their minds. Do not buy these stocks till they make new highs, okay? They got to make new highs. Like Microsoft, you got to make a new high before you buy that again. It's got to be at 216.38. Apple, you got to be at least near 399.82. Amazon, you got to have a high of at least 3,344.29. And Netflix, you got to make sure you're at a new high of 575.37. Google, you need to be at a new high of 1,586.99. And finally, Facebook, you want to be at a new high of 250.15. If you don't do that and you just jump into these things now, buying them, you are going to regret it. It's bad. So what do we have going on? Gold is the winner. We've been in gold for a long time when nobody wanted gold. For example, nobody wants the airlines right now. Well, guess what? I got my members taking profits, and we're going to start switching into the airlines because nobody wants them. The minute they come out with the virus or they start talking about the virus, we're going to the virus in a few days, you watch those airline stocks take off. But you're going to wait till they're up 100% before you get in. That's your mistake. Same thing with cruise lines, like Carnival Cruise Line. It's such a bad stock right now. That's when you want it. I'll talk more about that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600-4264. 600- Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The fact that tech is pulling back here is not a concern at all. They've had a great run.
Oh, yeah, not concerned at all that the FANG stocks and Microsoft and Apple pulled back. No, we're not concerned at all. That's what they said about Cisco. Remember the .com days? And Oracle and all these other stocks, big tech stocks that collapsed. Now they're doing the same thing. The bellwethers. Right at the .com, they said the same thing. No concern, no concern. Jim Cramer came out, no concern, no concern. Keep buying them, keep buying them. And look what happened. They had the rally, then collapsed. There should be a big concern because these are the stocks that contributed. Let's take the FANG stocks, which are 4, add Microsoft and Apple, 6 stocks contributed, okay, of our 38% revenue in the S&P, 28% of the 32%. That's it. Okay, 28% of the 32% in revenues out of 500 stocks. That's just what? 6 stocks. 6 stocks. 6 stocks. Or think a quarter of the value, the dollar value. They're holding up the whole market. These stocks is what rallied this market since 2013. If we didn't have these stocks in 2013, this market would have never rallied. It's the only reason, not because of earnings. There's no earnings. It's all, everybody was jumping these stocks. They made these stocks like the billboard. You had to be in them. And it's these stocks. And these are the stocks that will take this down. But you don't have to get out until it's time. And here's where most people are going to get killed in these stocks. They don't know when to get out. My members do. We're already looking at it. Our color-coded technology, it turned red, telling us the institutions are pulling their money out. But see, they're going to tell you to stay in, just like you hear this garbage here right now. Oh, there's no concern, because they need you to stay in. Because whether it's J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, no matter who it is, they have clients. They have big pension funds that they represent. They got to get them out of these stocks. So they got to make sure these stocks stay up while they get out. We're held behind. So they're going to convince you with their fake narratives, their lies, to stay in these. Instead of, look, if you got these and the institutions are pulling their money out, and we can see that through our color-coded technology, my members are taking those profits. Taking those profits. Now, as I said today, they're snapping back up. People are getting back in them, which are nuts, but it's still red until they get green again to my color-coded technology. And we owned all these stocks. We owned all these stocks. Netflix is one of our big ones. So I'm for these stocks. But they're going to try to convince you to stay in. Ridiculous. Just crazy. It's just unbelievable.
The fact that tech is pulling back here is not a concern at all.
Not a concern at all. These 6 stocks contribute a quarter of the total revenues of 500 stocks. 6 of 500.
After the earnings reports are over, I'll be buying more Facebook, more Apple, more Microsoft. Why? Because that is our economy.
Oh, wow. It's not our economy. What it is our driver of the market. So what you need to know is this. If they start driving these and they start going back up, they will turn green. They will turn green. For heaven's sakes, they will turn green. Netflix is red right now. Netflix is in a downtrend. Netflix is in a downtrend while it's snapping back. Most people have no idea what that means. Most people are buying Netflix now, like these idiots, think, oh boy, it's down. It was at $570. I better get in quick. It's now at $495. I better get in. And they have no clue that institutions, it's remaining red because institutions, there's more institutions pulling the money out of Netflix than putting money in. So it's red. That's what's beautiful. Amazon, same thing. Red. More people pulling their money out. So please don't listen to these people. You know, gold is a fascinating thing. Our gold stocks, we've been in gold, we're up 118% in one AUI. Gold, we're up 28%, GLD, GDX, 86%, POS, 82%. We got in before everybody else did, before anybody talked about it. Now they're talking about gold. And boy, do they hate gold. Does the Federal Reserve hate gold? They hate this. When the price of gold is rising like this is why, you ever notice the fake business news networks, while gold was outperforming the FANG stocks, did you hear anything about that? No. Gold was outperforming each day the FANG stocks. The Nasdaq. Gold was. But you didn't hear it. Why? Because, remember, the Federal Reserve, okay, these are the 1/100th of 1% who control the Federal Reserve. They control the fake business news networks. And it's not to their interest to have anybody pay attention to gold. Because remember, when the price of gold rises, the Federal Reserve, which operates under a dual mandate, remember, it's got to maintain price stability while also simultaneously promoting maximum employment. Unfortunately for them, gold correlates with rising unemployment. And while gold was going up, our unemployment was going up, 1.3 million every day. Remember, it took 12 years to get 22 million new jobs, took 2 months to drop 40 million, and for the last 18 weeks, their unemployment was going up 1.3 million a week. Now it's 1.4 million, but they never mentioned it, but gold points that out. And when gold is going up, they hate that because it shows them as liars. It shows them incompetent because they are not operating their dual mandates. So that's why they'll do everything they can to pressure gold down. Well, it's too late. It's too late. Gold also reveals a lot more, and I'll talk about that when I get. Join my gang, free for 10 days. Get your color-coded chart, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
PhilsGang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. And remember to subscribe so that every time I put something on there, you get a notice of it. I'll be putting something on there this evening that you may take a look at. Remember, it's all free. And don't forget to sign up for your free 10-day color-coded chart and your free membership for 10 days. And just go to my site, philsgang.com. It says Get Started, Working Investors. And the Working Investor is great for brand new students because every day we do a video of each one of our stocks, of our portfolio stocks. Tells you exactly what to do, when to buy, when to add to the position, when to take some profits off, when to turn around and short it, when to run like hell from it. I mean, it works, okay? That when you start out, you don't have to know anything about the stock. We do all the work for you in that stock, all the research, everything. We tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to add. If you just follow the video and do exactly what we tell you based on our color-coded chart, you'll sell yourself. We're not going to sell it to you. You'll sell yourself, and you say, God, I wish I did this long ago. Check it out. It's 10 days, free. And you see it works. Listen to this. This is
We have this stat here that we've heard a lot about lately. The market caps of Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, and Microsoft are 26% of the S&P 500. And so I'm surprised to see you saying that Microsoft and Google are among the names that you favor here.
Well, Kelly, the yellow brick road. Stay on the yellow brick road. What's been working is probably likely to keep working.
Well, imagine having that guy manage your money. What are you, nuts? You out of your mind? Unbelievable. Look, gold is soaring for a reason. And like I said, the Federal Reserve hates gold because it points out that they're not doing their job. And it points to inflation. It reveals how weak the U.S. dollar is. The dollar's getting clobbered. It's identifying they haven't done their job. They failed to stabilize prices. I mean, it's unbelievable. This is an embarrassment to the Federal Reserve. And that's why they undermine gold and they hate gold. First of all, they hate it because they can't print it. That's why they hate it. They can't control it. They can't print it. It's unbelievable. And they help to keep pushing prices down on gold. Keep pushing prices down on gold. They can't do it. They can't do it. Look at gold soaring. Because consumers understand. Main Street, rather, understands. They understand they've been lied to. They've been lied to. We were told since 2008, 2009, 2012, 2014, quantitative easing was good. It was going to create jobs. When all quantitative, and it was going to create growth. Know what it did? It didn't create any growth for us, for Main Street. It created debt for us. Humongous debt. No growth. Unbelievable. Quantitative easing stole from you. That money should have been put into new investment, CapEx, business investment, new equipment, new machinery, so you could have got wage increases, so that you could have had a better standard of living. Unless your standard of living went down, and the wealthy, the top 1% especially, and they're the ones that got wealthy. Unbelievable. The hatred of gold by the government is unbelievable. And it goes back to the gold standard, because here's why. The government was limited as to the deficits. Remember, government spends a lot more than they take in a year. They spend $17,000 a second more than they take in. That's $1 trillion a year more than they take in. And remember, when you hear deficits, people say, oh, deficits, that's cool. What's a deficit? Most people don't even know what a deficit is. It's a scheme for they confiscate your wealth. That's what it is. When they spend more than they take in, and they just go and print it, then they're just really confiscating wealth. They shouldn't be. Gold stood in the way of that. The gold standard, they weren't allowed to do that. It stopped them from confiscating our wealth, these people in Congress. Gold standard, when every time you printed a dollar, they had to add a dollar of gold, it stood as our protector of property rights. Unbelievable. So now you understand a little bit why Congress hates gold. They hate the gold standard when we should be on the gold standard. Remember, Vietnam War came about because they couldn't go to war because they didn't have the money. Nixon didn't have the money. Congress didn't have the money. That was one of the reasons why they got rid of the gold standard, so they can go into debt. And then who has all this debt? Our children, our grandchildren. Right now, if a child is born, he's presented with a bill of $73,000. That's why they cry when they come out. That's my guess. I'd cry too if I was a baby and I came out and I got handed a bill of $73,000. Not the hospital bill. $73,000. So what happens is, without the standard of living, they spend Congress like crazy, and then they hand that over to our kids and our grandkids. They stick them with it. They don't care. They don't care. So we got to get back to the standard, to the gold standard, if we're to save this country. Now, remember what's happening too. All these geniuses, they don't get it. Stock prices, remember, are measured or determined by the dollar, the value of the dollar. That's how you really measure your asset prices, like bonds or, let's say, stocks. To measure the real value of the stock, not the dollar amount, the real value is determined by the dollar value. The dollar determines the real value of your stock. So the dollar is right now in a free fall, while stock prices are soaring. Yeah, think about what's going on. They don't get it. In the real world, the value of stock prices are dropping. In the real world, even though they're going up, it's dropping. Because the dollar, you can understand, stock prices are measured or determined by the dollar value, and the dollar is collapsing. That's why gold is going up. People are asking, well, gold's going up and the stock market's going up. They don't get it. They don't understand it. And here's the other thing they don't understand. Gold's continue to rally because countries are starting to dump our dollar. Because it's getting worthless, because they're printing dollars and dollars and dollars and dollars for all this virus and all these different programs. So the more they print, the result of all this dollar printing related to all this stimulus for this virus, remember, every day our Congress is spending $62 million a minute, or $4.8 trillion a year, or $1 trillion more annually than they take in. So to raise money, remember, to make up that revenue shortfall, we sell treasuries or bonds, okay, to countries around the world. And remember, these people who buy our treasuries, China, the rest of them, remember the value of these bonds or these treasuries, the interest we pay, is dollar dominated, which means the value of bonds are measured or listed in dollars, causing a real problem for us because now they're starting to dump. Because when they look at the value in dollars, our bonds, they're selling it. And by selling them, that pushes interest rates up. So the government's printing more money to buy bonds to try to get them back down. That's why gold's going to go up even further. And people say, am I too late to get in? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, get your free chart, your color-coded chart, and free membership for a month, and you'll see it works. Every day, you'll be told by video, you'll get your instructions what to do with that stock that you picked, the one that you chose to go with, okay? And you'll get a video every day telling you exactly what to do. Check it out. It works. If you start making money, please remember St. Jude. Okay, listen to this. Here's Larry Kudlow, Mr. BS himself.
And so far, I might add, the economic numbers, with some small exceptions from the Southwest, the economic numbers are still pretty good.
Really, Larry? Really? What economic numbers are you looking at? What are you talking about? Productivity, which drives our standard of living, is in a free fall. And he's talking about automobiles are up, right? Listen to this.
Why don't you tell us about those economic numbers that you really want to tell us about? Go ahead.
I'm just dying to tell you about it.
Yeah, right.
Let me just say this. So far, what we know, there's a huge housing boom. There's a retailing boom. There's an automobile boom.
Okay. Housing boom. Housing boom is limited to the very, very wealthy. It's the top end, number one, okay? Two is he talks about the retail, the extra money that they're getting. People are making $600 on top of their $365 that they normally get for unemployment. But let's go to their annual income, annual income. They're making on a monthly basis on their income normally $700. But when you add that in, the new unemployment they're getting, the $600, they're making more staying home at around $785, okay? Or $900 rather. They're making $700, they're making close to $1,000. They're taking that money and they're using it online to buy clothing. They're taking that money and they're trying to buy cars. This is all and even the car sales, okay? Don't listen to what he's telling you. Sales, yeah, they're up a little bit. But if you take the same sales last year at this time, they're down 40%. What's he talking about? He's just a BSer. It's unbelievable. What did we talk about last week? The trucks. The big trucks, right, that move from coast to coast, that move all our materials, all our heavy equipment back and forth from California right to the East Coast. Sales of those trucks are down like 48%. Never seen anything like it. Never seen it like it, which tells you the economy is collapsing. But see, they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you, and that's why, again, they hate gold. If everything was good, why is gold going up? Why is gold going up? See, they never want to tell you the truth. And by the way, let me tell you about gold, what's going to happen. As they keep dumping dollars, the countries that loan to us, they're going to dump their dollars and they're going to dump their bonds because the dollar's going down so much, getting crushed, they're going to sell their treasuries. Now, what happens when you sell your treasuries? Interest rates go up. The long-term interest rate goes up. And that goes down to the short-term rate, which starts pulling that up. So what do they have to do? The Federal Reserve has to go and print money again and go buy more bonds to offset the ones they're selling to keep interest rate low. This is what they're doing. And that's why when they do that, gold is going to go up even more. So every time China or some European country sells our treasuries, sells our dollar, we're turning around and printing them, going in and we're buying the dollars, we're buying the treasuries, to make sure interest rates don't go. Because if you raise interest rates right now, and this we have a virus or a pandemic recession right in the middle of that. It's just amazing. Look, all I care about is this. My members, it doesn't matter to us one way or the other. Okay? If this government's spending $17,000 per second more than they're taking in, fine with me. We could care less, okay? We really could care less. All we care about is making money. And we want to make sure, okay, that as this dollar value keeps dropping, we know that gold is going to keep on going up. We just want to be in a position to know when to get out of the gold. If they start moving the FANG stocks, which are now starting to collapse, if they start moving those back up, if you have every dope in the world coming in and buying them, thinking they're a good deal, and they go up, and our color-coded chart gives us a buy signal, we'll sell. We'll buy. We'll buy. See, the beautiful thing about the color-coded chart, the emotion is gone. We are selling short when the market's going down or an individual stock's going down. We're buying when they go up. And the color-coded chart tells us which way the money is moving. You don't know which way the money is moving. Your broker doesn't know which way the money is moving. Your 401k manager doesn't know which way the money's moving. If we dug J.P. Morgan up, he wouldn't know which way the money's moving. My chart does. So for 10 days, check it out. And finally, you'll sit there and say, God, this thing really works. Look at this. I didn't know this. But here I'm watching the stock go up. But I'm watching money come out. It's turning red. I better be prepared to take some of my profits. It's a beautiful thing because it gives you, you get a comfort level. Anybody in stocks today with the volatility, that's why they call it a bear market rally. Bear market rallies are volatile because we don't have a consensus. We have all this interference. The Federal Reserve coming in, printing more money. And any moment, this market can turn around and collapse. And it will at some point. It's over. It was over in 2018, September. I was correct about that. It was over. You just want to be ready, that's all. Now, for new members, all you have to do is join. And then every day at 2 o'clock, Steve, who heads our education department, posts for you the stocks our Working Investor Stock Group. There's a list of stocks. It has a video on those stocks telling you what to do. What is better than that? And then from 9:30 in the morning to 11 o'clock, you can come to our class, which is also archived from 9:30 to 11. I don't think anybody offers what we offer. Look, he can say this economy is wonderful, right? When stocks are overvalued by 114%, that productivity, which drives our standard of living, is in a free fall. 40% or 8 million of our small businesses are closed, will never reopen again. Our GDP, economic growth, has in a big contraction, dropped 38% in the second quarter. We have not seen this since the Great Depression. Manufacturing sector has dropped 50%. That's 5% below its pre-recession peak. Construction's down 20% from its pre-recession high. Industrial production is the worst ever. 42 million people unemployed. We had 22 million. It took 12 years to get 22 million, 2 months to lose 42 million. And if it wasn't for the stock buybacks, which now they've been reduced by 50%, and what's he talking about? That's typical Larry, isn't it? Typical Larry. And he's saying that we're going to have this big V-shaped rally.
We're looking carefully at any, moderation in the story. I get that, and there will be some in July. But I think the V-shaped recovery.
Unbelievable! I can't stand this guy. So, look, right now we have some great stocks we're working with. If you want to join us, and you can follow. Right now, we're following the airlines. The minute they put that. And they will. They'll start putting a narrative out there how they found a virus, and you better be in these airline stocks. We'll tell you when to get in. When our color-coded chart turns green, we'll see the institutions going in first. You've got to be in the airline stocks. They're getting crushed. Just like our golds were getting crushed, we're the first one in gold. Same thing with oils and energy. We're the first ones to get into the oils, to the drillers. We're the first ones to get into the drillers and the different oil service stocks, and we did very well. You got to go into these stocks when nobody wants them. At least start watching them. And this is what we do for our members. That's where you're going to make the big money. It's going to, at one point, it will come out of gold and it will transfer back into airlines and oil and energy, and we'll be there for you. Free for 10 days. Check it out. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.